Oblique Seville joins Bolt as a Jamaican sprint champ. Jefferson Wooden wins gold for U.S. Usain Bolt went crazy up in a luxury box. Down below, sprinters in his country's familiar colors, black, green, and, of course, gold, were wreaking havoc on the track. It was a good night for America, too, as the sports past and the future collided in back-to-back 100-meter finals at World Championships on a steamy Sunday in Tokyo. Jamaica's Oblique Seville and Keyshawn Thompson sent Bolt into celebration mode by combining for a 1-2 finish in the men's 100-meter sprint, while defending champion Noah Lyles took bronze. Moments earlier, America's Jefferson Wooden had rumped to a win in a women's sprint that featured a newcomer silver medalist in Jamaica's Tina Clayton, a fond farewell for the island country Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, who finished 6th, and a 5th-place finish from Sha'Carri Richardson, who never found her stride this year. "It's a changing of the guard, in a sense," Jefferson Wooden said. "You're going to see some new faces and things like that. It's great competition." With Bolt's old coach, Seville finally cashes in on his promise. Seville won the men's race in a career-best 9.77 seconds, fulfilling the promises shown since he made his Olympic debut in this stadium 4 years ago, but didn't get out of the semifinals. He works with Bolt's old coach, Glenn Mills, and though the sprinters don't have much in common physically, Seville is 5'7" and Bolt is 6'4", they know how to race and celebrate. Seville was first out of the starting block, then fell behind, but kept his cool and steadily reeled in Thompson, 2 lanes to his left, to win the title. The new champion paraded shirtless around the track after the race, not exactly Bolt's to DI world pose, but there's time to improve. The LA Olympics are 3 years away. "We are just rewriting history," said Seville, the first Jamaican man to win the 100 at Worlds since Bolt in 2015. This also marked the first 1-2 finish for Jamaica in the 100 at a major championship since Bolt and Yohan Blake did it at the London Olympics in 2012. Asked about the new crop of Jamaicans before the race, Bolt predicted the 1-2 finish. Less than an hour later, Seville and Thompson went out and proved him right. "These guys have proven themselves throughout the season," Bolt said. "The moment is big. It's just that sometimes it's a little stressful. So hopefully they can handle that stress and get their moment." Jefferson Wooden leaves no doubt in women's race. The 24-year-old Jefferson Wooden turned her race into a laugher right away. She got about a step ahead of Olympic champion Julian Alfred in the lane next to her, then kept expanding her lead and ran hard through the line when she could have coasted. She finished in 10.61, breaking Richardson's 2-year-old world championship mark by 0.04. Her margin of 0.15 seconds over Clayton was a blowout. The same gap Alfred, the Olympic champion who finished 3rd this time, beat Richardson by in Paris last year. "This year was about accepting that I wanted to be a better athlete and putting in the work to do so," Jefferson Wooden said. Richardson, who trains alongside Jefferson Wooden, wasn't the same runner as last year or the year before when she won Worlds. While Jefferson Wooden jumped and shouted into the stands before draping the American flag around her shoulders, Richardson slowly paced the inside of the track with her hands on hips. Meanwhile, the 2nd-place finish for Clayton put Jamaica on the podium on the night its best female sprinter, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, bitted you in the 100 with a 6th-place finish. The Mummy Rocket has 16 medals at Worlds with a chance for 1 more if she runs in next weekend's relays. "She's amazing. She's my idol and who I look up to," Clayton said. "Competing with her was an honor." Tara jumps for gold again. Another American success story came in the long jump pit, where Tara Davis-Woodhull took care of yet another piece of unfinished business, adding the long jump world championship to the Olympic title she won last year. The victory in Tokyo comes 2 years after a 2nd-place finish at Worlds left her disappointed and sparked her to rededicate herself to the sport. And it comes 4 years after a 6th-place finish here in Tokyo gave her a taste of just how good she could be. "My Olympic gold medal now has a friend," said Davis-Woodhull, whose winning jump was 7.13 meters, 23 feet, 4 3/4 inches. Also in the field, America's Valerie Ullman captured gold in the discus throw to round out her set of gold, silver, bronze from Worlds. She also has 2 Olympic titles, a distance gold medal for France. With 3-time champion Joshua Cheptegei now running marathons, the men's 10,000 meters seemed like a wide-open race. Still, this was a surprise. Jimmy Gressier of France, known mostly as a road racer, outsprinted Ethiopia's Yomif Kajelka to the finish line to bring a distance gold medal home to France. The win comes a year after the French managed only a single silver medal at the Olympic track meet on home turf. How will he celebrate? I need to sleep, but I probably won't sleep because my body is so on fire, Grecia said. Sprint to the finish in the marathon. Kenya's Perez Jepchirchir needed a late sprint in the women's marathon to hold off Tigst Assefa of Ethiopia to win gold. Jepchirchir also won the marathon at the Tokyo Games in 2021, when the race was moved to Sapporo because of the heat. When I saw I was 100 meters from the finish, I just started to kick, Jepchirchir said. I found some hidden energy. The stadium roared like a living beast, lights blazing against the Tokyo sky. The men's and women's 100-meter finals had been billed as the highlight of the World Athletics Championships, and the air was thick with expectation. From Kingston to Atlanta, from Kingston college athletes in Jamaica to track clubs across the U.S., the world held its breath. And then, the gun fired. Two stories unfolded in a single night: the rise of Jamaica's newest sprint king, Oblique Seville, and the crowning of America's latest sprint queen, Melissa Jefferson Wooden. Together, they carved their names into history. The Jamaican torch. For a decade, Usain Bolt's shadow had stretched across every track in the world. The tall, smiling giant rewrote the language of sprinting, and with his retirement, Jamaica longed for the next great star. Sprinters came close, talented, brave, promising, but none could claim the crown. Until Oblique Seville. At just 24, Seville had already shown flashes of brilliance, blistering starts, effortless strides, a quiet confidence that echoed Bolt's charisma without mimicking it. Tokyo was his proving ground. In the final, he lined up against the best, defending champions, seasoned veterans, and hungry newcomers. But as soon as the gun cracked the night, Seville's acceleration was electric. His knees drove high, his body tilted perfectly forward, and with each stride he opened daylight between himself and the rest. 9.78 seconds. The clock stopped. The crowd exploded. Jamaica had a new champion. The comparisons to Bolt were instant. Flags waved, reggae beats pulsed through the stands, and Seville threw his arms wide in celebration. He wasn't just running for himself. He was running for every Jamaican who had carried the island's sprinting legacy in their hearts. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.